Hello, my name is Jessica Watkins, and this is my website and app presentation. A little bit about myself. I heavily support autism awareness. I have a dog named Jax. He is a Snoodle. He is a mix between a Schnauzer and a Poodle. I have one brother named Jason and one sister named Mackenzie. They are both younger than I am. I am an LBD special education major for preschool through 12th grade, and I am also a preschool through 5th grade elementary education major. My ideal teaching situation would be in a high school special education classroom. The website I had was Smithsonian Art Museum. Here's the URL for the art museum. Whenever you go to the website, this is the first thing that you will see, and across the top are the different tabs you could visit. Like the first one is visit, second one is art and artists, the third is research, the fourth is education, the fifth is about, and the sixth is donate. To get to the teacher resources, you're going to click on education, and then it gives you the option for K through 12 teachers, for adult learners, or for higher education instructors. So we're going to click on the K through 12 teachers. And then on the Smithsonian site, teachers can find resources in social studies, language arts, pre-visit activities, art in the African American experience, arte Latino, and science and art. And here's the different content areas. Here's what it looks like when you get to the page. Over here's the different education resources. Do you have your content links down here? Here's an example of one of the teacher guides. This is in the social studies content area. It's a house divided, Civil War photography. Down here you can see your primary subject and grade, your secondary subject and grade if there is one, components, standards, and then with each teacher resource the teacher picks, the teacher can choose different lesson plans to use, student activities, and photos to show the students. Each guide is free to use and you can download it as a PDF, which it gives you the option to right here. And then the Smithsonian Museum also offers field trips and school tours that support the Common Core standards. They welcome all students and then any grade level. They offer guided tours by reservations and self-guided tours for schools. Over here is where you can see the school tours, the school tour request form, a little bit of information. And then elementary tours usually last for 30 minutes. Middle school to high school tours usually last anywhere from an hour to an hour and a half. My favorite part about the Smithsonian Art Museum is that if you can't arrange a field trip to go there, that you can video conference with them and show your class the artwork that they have. Video conferences are offered on weekdays from 9 to 5, and the conference is about 45 to 60 minutes. The conference includes 10 different areas that align to national standards. The conference can be watched on a projector, a computer, a smartboard, or video conferencing equipment. The video conferences are free and they are made for 10 to 30 people at a time. And then to get to the video conferencing, you're going to go to the Education tab for K through 12 teachers, and it's your third option down right here at Classroom Video Conferences. Also, if you're interested in using this in your own classroom, on the Smithsonian Art Museum website, they have a page for frequently asked questions, and you can view what other teachers have asked and get the answers that you're looking for, find out more information on the different content areas that you're wanting to show your class. The Smithsonian Art Museum supports students' use of technology because it allows teachers to engage their students in a live video conference with the museum in which the students are interacting to see the artwork that they like the best. The guide who leads the conference interacts with the children to ask different questions. The museum also allows educators to use the resources they provide, such as the lesson plans, photographs, and student activities that I mentioned earlier. They can have the students look at it or complete it with their own technology. It is important to have the students engaged because when they are engaged, they're more likely to remember the content. And then while watching a video conference, the students are more likely to remember their favorite pieces of artwork, what they looked like, and how it relates to your content area. The museum shows artwork that represents different backgrounds, different cultures, and important parts of history. For students with exceptionalities, the modifications that I would make would be to have captions on at the bottom of the screen for my students who have hearing needs, such as cochlear implants or hearing aids. If I have any students that are deaf or hard of hearing, the only modifications to be made would be that I need an interpreter. If I have any students with a background of ELL, I would need to have either captions in their primary language or to provide a translator if they didn't understand what the video conference guide was saying. For students that perform at grade level, the museum offers the right categories for different grade levels, so there wouldn't be any modifications necessary. And for students who are gifted and talented, there would be no need for modifications because the website allows the teacher to choose which conference the class will watch. Going on to my app was EDU Creations by EDU Creations Incorporation. If you go to the Google Play Store or the App Store, this is what your app should look like. Here's the link to the App Store, and this is where I got these 4 images. The capture your ideas, use your content, share instantly, or cloud sync. EDU Creations is an app that allows teachers to create a classroom page. Students can join the classroom by using a code the website generates. Teachers can create lesson plans. You can review other teachers' stories, and you can even create your own story. EDU Creations allows you to annotate, narrate, animate, and create videos for student instruction. Teachers can record their voice and the content on their iPad screen to share their notes with students. Students can create their own videos based off of what they have learned. Any video that is made can be shared through email, YouTube, saved on a camera roll, Twitter, or shared on a teacher website. Outside websites and photos can be used in your creations as well if you need to use an outside resource that will help your students with the content you're working on. And then to create your own website, you will come to a screen that says Create a New Class. And then to create your class, you'll need a class name, a subject area, a grade level, and a description. And then you can create your class by hitting this button down here. Oops. For my class name, I named it Miss Watkins class. This subject area is special education, 10th grade, and then my description, hello, my name is Miss Watkins and I am your teacher for the year. Welcome to the class. And then each class has a class code generated through EDU Creations. This code can be found on the top of your teacher website page through EDU Creations, and the code is over here. Also, through EDU Creations, you can use an iPad to capture content areas you are teaching. Below are some examples I found on the EDU Creations page of the App Store that shows how the teacher wrote labels to help guide the students. Down here is a picture where they took notes. Here's the mitochondria, a nucleus, a Golgi body, and a membrane. Over here is a video that the teacher has paused to remind students that gravity is pushing down and the thrust is going up. And here's an example of a teacher's class notes that they have took and shared with the class. The EDU Creations app meets the needs of diverse learners in multiple ways. The app offers ways for teachers to create videos based on their student needs. The student can watch and pause videos created by the teacher. The teacher can create lesson plans that cater to the needs of the students. And the students can listen to the teacher narrate. If the student doesn't have the devices to connect with this device, The teacher can email the videos, notes, and lessons to the student or share them in ways such as Twitter or Facebook. The teacher can play the videos in class through a projector so all students can equally see and hear the video. To meet the needs of students in a more efficient way, the only change I could think of is to make the app available in lower iOS settings as well, because not every student is going to be able to have the latest update or the latest device. For students with exceptionalities, the EDU Creations app is helpful because it has videos that the students can access with the class code. The teacher narrates, they can look at pictures that were drawn in the class notes, and they can have access anywhere they go. Students who are blind can listen to the narrative parts of what the teacher is doing. The only modifications there would be that we would need to provide either braille notes or verbal notes that go through the explanations of our drawing, what we're drawing, why we're drawing it. For students who are gifted and talented, the EDU Creations app is great because the teacher can teach the content that they need to learn with videos and the lessons catered to them. Teachers can send videos to students depending on their diverse needs. And then for students with an ELL background, the students can change their primary language on the app's language setting so they understand what is going on. Other interesting things to share: I recorded this presentation using Screencast-O-Matic, and I uploaded my video to my YouTube channel. This is just my self-scoring guide, and then my reference page stating that all images from the Smithsonian Art Museum came from the Smithsonian Art Museum by using screen capturing. All images on the EDU Creations page were retrieved from the App Store and educreations.com by using screen capturing. And that's the end of my presentation.